Are you one of those people who knows that you really need structure in order to get things done, but you just resist that structure? You resist feeling penned in. You don't want that at all. So it's this constant tension that you're in with yourself. Well, if that describes you, then this episode is something you are definitely going to want to listen to. Welcome to the Do More, Stress Less podcast. I'm your host, Alexis Hasselberger, a time management and productivity coach. In every episode, I give you actionable, practical tips to help you learn to use your time in a way that feels good to you every day. No more hustling, scrambling, or struggling to keep your head above water. So let's dive in, and soon enough, you'll be doing more and stressing less. Recently, I read Rick Rubin's book, The Creative Act. And in this book, there was a single line that stood out to me that shone like a bright light. And it's not so often that you are reading a book about creativity and something really hits you about productivity. But I really loved this quote because it encapsulated so much about my attitude towards time. So, what is this quote? I'm going to read it to you. It is: discipline and freedom seem like opposites, but in reality, they're partners. Discipline is not a lack of freedom, it's a harmonious relationship with time. Isn't that powerful? Okay, I'm going to read it to you again. I think it's that good. Uh, Discipline and freedom seem like opposites. In reality, they're partners. Discipline is not a lack of freedom, it's a harmonious relationship with time. And that's from Rick Rubin in The Creative Act. Now, why is this so powerful? Why am I creating an entire podcast episode about this? Well, you might feel at odds with the idea of discipline. It's certainly not my favorite word. I mean, I'm the type of person who, when somebody else tells me to do something, my first feeling is often resistance, not freedom. But let me ask you, if you get to be the one deciding what you'll do and how you'll do it, instead of that societal pressure or another human being, well, does that change anything for you? Even if you're the one telling yourself what to do, though, you still might feel a little penned in by a schedule, penned in by the idea of time blocking, penned in by the idea of planning, until you realize that those things actually are the catalyst towards freedom, right? They are not the shackles, they are the freedom itself. Freedom of thought, freedom of movement, freedom of ideas, freedom from reactivity, right? The ability to be proactive instead of feeling like you have to just react to everything. When you aren't ping-ponging back and forth from priority to emergency and then back again, when you have planned for the time that you have, not for the time that you wish you had, you've created the freedom to simply do what you need to do or what you want to do, instead of thinking about all of the things that you could potentially be doing and then not doing any of them, right? Look, I get it. There's something about the word plan that makes us all feel like if we don't follow it exactly, well, then we failed. And this can make planning feel futile, feel scary, right? But this couldn't be farther from the truth. If you think of a plan differently, it can have a totally different meaning, right? A plan is a fallback. A schedule is a default. It's something that helps you to be able to support you, not to control you, right? If you don't follow it exactly, that is not a problem. In fact, you are probably just making the right decision given the information that you now have, right? Not following your plan is the right thing to do if you're in possession of new information that could rightfully change your plan. So you can look at your plan and you can make a different choice based on that new information. You're not throwing away the plan. You're not undisciplined. You're simply updating your plan. You're closing the gap between your ideas about what should happen and the reality of what is actually happening. And that is a feeling that's pretty darn close to harmony, at least if you ask me. Now, I don't know about you, but I want that. I want that, quote, harmonious relationship with time. This is what I am striving for. That's my goal. It's my goal for me. It's my goal for you. I want you to feel good about your time, about how you spent it, about how much you have of it, I want time affluence, not time poverty for both of us. I can't change how much time you have, but I can help you feel at peace with how you've used it. I can help you reduce your stress. I can help you figure out what to do and what not to do, and how to get out of doing the things that you don't want to do without the blowback, right? I can help you learn to prioritize in such a way that you know the things you did today were more important than the things you didn't do, because there will always be things you didn't do, and that's okay. I can help you feel a sense of ease and a flow in your days. I can help you fall asleep knowing that you spent your time in a way that actually mattered to you. So, whether we're calling it discipline or structured fluidity, the freedom from stress that you feel when you have a harmonious relationship with time is real. It's really real. And I want that for you. And that's a wrap on today's episode of the Do More, Stress Less podcast. If you found today's episode helpful, please share it with somebody who could use a little less stress in their life. And make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you're excited to take action or you need a little extra support, check out the free resources available on my website or schedule a free consultation call with me. You can do both of these at alexishasselberger.com. See you next time.